Alright guys, welcome back to another one of my videos. So today I thought that I would do a video where I took a bunch of basic hostile mobs and then tried to explain their loot table, which is what they drop after they die, or sometimes while they are still alive. But in this case, it's only after they die. And yeah, just what it is. That's what their loot table is. So first up we have the zombie, which is like the ultimate basic hostile mob. There's a cobblestone covering instead of a glass one because, as it turns out, if you put a glass covering on them, it still counts as being exposed to direct sunlight, and they will die of burning. When they die, they can drop a variety of things. They can drop rotten flesh. They can also drop things randomly, things such as potatoes. And they can only drop like one potato at a time. Potatoes, carrots, iron. They can drop up to 2 rotten flesh, I think. Plus any armor that they had on them, and any item that they were carrying. They have the potential. If they spawned carrying a sword or something like that, or having armor, if you kill them, there's only a chance that they'll drop it. But say you died and then it got your armor, then it would drop it like it would have to drop it. There's no shot that it doesn't drop it. But also, if you were to drown a zombie while it was wearing armor that it spawned with, it would turn into a drowned, but drowns can't carry armor, so the armor would come off, no durability loss. It's very useful. And then you could take it for your own. Other than that, yeah, that's pretty much their loot table. So these things, they're zombie villagers. They spawn in zombie villages, or when a zombie kills a villager, they get transformed into zombie villagers. Zombie villagers. Hang on, I want to show you guys something. We need a splat. Splash. Alright, splash potion of weakness. And golden apples. First up, their loot table is pretty much the same as the zombies. I don't know if they can carry armor or not, but also, if you give them a splash potion of weakness and a golden apple, they will begin shaking and they will eventually turn back into a villager. And if you've ever been to an ice biome, there are sometimes igloos. 50% of those igloos spawn with basements. And in those basements is one normal villager and one zombie villager. There will be a brewing stand and a chest also inside the basement. The brewing stand will have a splash potion of weakness. And the chest will have a golden apple. And essentially what you're supposed to do with that is you're supposed to save the zombie villager, although you're also allowed to just take it. And for anywhere up to like 5 minutes, this is how long it might take for us to turn this guy back into a villager. So we just gotta wait. Until then, let's cover the skeleton. So skeletons, like all other undead mobs, burn in sunlight. And instead of carrying melee weapons, they will shoot you with bows. Although also if you get too close, they will attack you with their hands. Their loot table, they have a chance of dropping their bow at any random durability. They can drop up to 2 bones or 2 arrows at a time. And like everything else here, they also drop some XP. Hello. And these things can also be seen riding spiders. These are known as spider jockeys. It's essentially a skeleton and a spider combined. The skeleton controls the spider. Oh, look, we have a villager.
Huh?
It's a shepherd villager. So spiders can climb walls. But also, yeah, jockeys. So jockeys are dangerous. Although what's funny is when the skeleton accidentally shoots its own spider pet. Because what they will do is they will start attacking each other. And it's very funny to look at, because the skeleton's looking down and the spider's looking up. Typically the spider wins the fight. as I was saying, sorry for the interruption, the spider usually wins the fight against the skeleton because it has more health and can deal more damage. And when that happens, then I guess it's no longer a spider jockey, sorry. So spider loot tables are spider eyes and string. Spider eyes you can eat, but they deal small amounts of poison damage. And string is useful for crafting bows and fishing rods. And also, it's a block. And they can be used for making traps against other people. Next up, we have the creeper. So, creepers have a very basic loot table. Just gunpowder and XP. But when struck by lightning, they become charged creepers. Charged creepers are capable of blowing up other mobs and making that mob drop its own head upon death, including other creepers. This is how people get things such as zombie heads, skeleton heads, creeper heads, etc. Creepers, even without being charged, will still blow up, and this causes lots of irritation. And one fact I would like to say about creepers, I'm sure I've said this before, but I still find it interesting. So when developers were making creepers, they thought, well, we should make pigs. So they were trying to make the pig, and then they turned the body the wrong direction, and everyone liked that, so then they decided, hey, we'll just make this its own thing. So creepers are actually descended from pigs. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? Alright, last up we have the witch. Witches have a complicated loot table. They have 2 types of potions. They also have the possibility of dropping fermented spider eye, glowstone dust, gunpowder, sugar, sticks, and redstone. Because potion ingredients, I guess. And they do have a pointy hat. But how you get the potions are very, very complicated. So first up, if you happen to kill a witch while it is drinking its healing potion, it has a chance of dropping that healing potion. Same thing goes for the fire resistance, except they only drink the fire resistance if they're actually on fire. So you have to figure out how to set them on fire. Well, wait until they drink the potion, and then kill them before they finish drinking it. And then you have to get lucky as well. Witches can happen when they either spawn at night, which is rare. They also spawn in witch huts along with a single untamed black cat. Witch huts spawn in swamps, like the one over there. Although also they can spawn, very rarely though, when a villager is struck by lightning. Witches can be very annoying because they throw potions. Potions can be things like poison, or weakness, or slowness, or harming. And it can irritate players, and also, they also just have a lot of health. They're effective mobs, but they're kind of rare too. Pointy hat. And one interesting fact about witches is when the developers first added them to the game, they forgot to tell people that the witches had noises. And no, for a long time witches didn't have noises, so when they finally did add them, they didn't tell people. And lots of players thought that the game was haunted by something, but it wasn't. It was just the witch. And yeah, that's all for today. Thank you for watching this video. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do. I would very much appreciate it. And yeah, goodbye, everyone.